Grandma's kitchen.
There's a fiddle tune and a wooden spoon while she's stirring and singing. There's friends leaving or family land, and then the phone's usually ringing. No matter who you are or what you've done, everything's forgiven.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank God. Grandma's kitchen. And ain't it good to be in Grandma's kitchen?
Grandma's kitchen.
Hello everyone! Mary Janet here from Tunes and Wooden Spoons, and welcome back, and thank you for joining us every Sunday. I really appreciate all of the wonderful followers that are with me. Now today we are making cornbread, and it's also called Johnny Cake, which I know there's lots of fans out there for it, and I'm personally not a big fan of it, never was, but for you, I'll do anything. So today I'm making Johnny Cake, and yes, I will take a taste of it, but I'm going to be putting some molasses on it. Now I know there was lots of people enjoying the thought of making the Johnny Cake and the cornbread, and they were going to have chili with it or homemade beans. And so whatever suits your fancy, or slathered in butter, or even maple syrup. A lot of people in the US had it with maple syrup as well. So we're going to do that today. So the very first thing that I want you to do is to wash your hands and to set your oven to 350, and we'll start, okay? So before we start baking, I have a couple of birthday announcements to make. Today is my brother Bernie's birthday, and he's outside in the front lawn having a cup of tea. And as well, this coming week, we have a lot of birthdays in our family. 2 grandchildren's birthdays are this week. My granddaughter Mary Sarah, she's going to be 13 on Tuesday, and my grandson Aiden is going to be 13 on Saturday, and I have a grandniece's birthday. Is it Violet's birthday? I think it's Violet MacDonald's birthday on Monday, and Aaron MacDonald's birthday on maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure of that, but we'll find out later, because guess what? Aaron MacDonald is here out on the front deck, and we'll be hearing some songs from Aaron just a little later on. So let's get started. Now, the first thing for anybody who does not have buttermilk, I'm going to be using buttermilk today. But if you don't have buttermilk, the very first thing that you should do is to put your cup of milk and put a tablespoon of vinegar in it, or lemon juice, whichever you want, and just let it sit until it's time for us to put it in the recipe when I'm putting my buttermilk in, okay? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Holly McIntosh. Holly is saying hi to Aaron, and you'll see Aaron shortly. He's out there sunning himself. And that's wonderful. So we're going to start with preparing your 8x8 pan, which mine is already ready. I put parchment paper in it, and there's a follower that gave me a great tip from using parchment paper and it kind of floating around when you want it to go over the edges. These little bulldog clips, she said, and they go in the oven, and they're metal, and it's just fine. So that's what I'm using today on here. So thank you. I'm sorry I don't have that name. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our dry ingredients ready. And it's going to call for 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? I'm going to turn the camera down here so you can see me measure that out. We'll see. There we go. So 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. This is my 1/4 cup measure, so I'm going to be putting 3 of those in my bowl. And you're going to be putting 1 1/4 cup of cornmeal. Two, 3, 4, and 1 more. There we go. And to that, you're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, just sprinkle it over the top, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'll just be guess or by gosh on that. And you're just going to stir that up and you're going to set it aside, but just whisk it with a whisk until it's all nicely combined. There we go, looks just absolutely perfect. There we go, and we'll just set that aside. Okay, now, got my blue bowl, and we're going to melt a 1/2 cup of butter. So mine is already cubed up here, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for, I'm going to try 30 seconds and see if it's well melted, and I'll be right back with you. How's everybody doing? Lots of wonderful people. Oh, goodness gracious. Stars enabled. Forgot to do that darn thing. I was worried about the format of my screen so that the kitchen would appear right, and I forgot to disable the stars. So, but thank you for those who are giving me stars. I love you all. I'm going to put this in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'll be right back. So, who do we have here? Debbie Furlot. Never made one in years. Hello, Cora MacDonald. Good afternoon from Lardwois, I guess. Cheryl Musgrave McNeil. Hello, all you wonderful people. Sandra, hi, Sandra Pittman. And someone ordered the bowl. That's great. A lot of people love the size of this bowl. It's so good for making bread. Hi, Amy McMillan. Okay, let me check that. So that 30 seconds pretty much melted the whole thing, if you can see that. It's still got a few little lumps in it, but that's just fine. I'm going to now turn you down and you can see the bowl. I'm going to pour it in here and just whisk that around. And it's all nicely melted. Okay. Now, into that, you're going to add a 1/2 cup of white sugar. And you're going to just whisk that around until combined. Now, if there's anybody out there, it depends on how you like your cornbread. You may not want to put sugar in at all, or maybe just a little bit. You decide that. It's not going to harm the texture very much. And if you're used to, not a sweet taste, this is not, even with the half a cup of sugar, it's not that sweet a product. Because I made it on Wednesday, and it was just fine with the half a cup. But you may put less in if you so desire. Okay, now we're going to add 2 eggs. And my eggs have been out for probably 45 minutes or so. And I'm taking a risk that I'm not going to get any shells. I am seeing a little shell in there. There it is. There we go. Should have listened to Bernice. Always put it in a dish first. You know, all you guys have great tips. Should have listened to my sister. But anyway, there you go. So just whisk that around. And now that's when you're going to add your 1 cup of buttermilk. Okay, or the milk that you have added the lemon juice or the vinegar, the white vinegar too. All right, just going to pour that in. And just going to stir that slowly until it's nicely combined. That is it, guys. We're going to add the dry ingredients, and isn't that an easy recipe? It's just perfect. We're going to add this very slowly, so you just hold on a second. I'm trying to get you down closer into my bowl. Just going to add a little bit, stir it around. And then I'm going to add the rest. I'm going to switch to my spatula. You're just going to mix this until it's just combined. My sister, her grandchildren and her daughter and husband and grandchildren are moving home from Ontario, and a couple of them have already moved about a month and a half ago, and so there, that's perfect. And Corey, the daughter, mid-teens now, she did a little slideshow on tunes and wooden spoons and the safety of creating a product. She made cinnamon rolls, and she did such a good job, and she submitted that, and I'm so proud of that. Isn't that nice? So thank you, Corey, if you're out there today, for doing that. And now we've got our pan all ready, and we're going to pour it in very easily. Okay. There And you'll see little black specks in there. That's just from the cornmeal. So don't worry about that. And you might even see a few little lumps in your batter. Don't worry about that either. So that's going in a 350 oven for 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to put mine in for 35. And, oh my gosh, everything's so crooked. Leave it to me. And 35 minutes, we'll have corn cake. And we're going to put it on the cooling rack when I take it out of the oven. I'll show it to you, even though, you know, Aaron will be out there singing for you. But right after I put it in the oven, I do want to talk to you about a little something. And then we'll go out on the deck. And hi, everyone. Okay, I'll be right back. So there, it's set for 35 minutes. So I just want to talk to you quickly about a couple of little things. Nothing big, but something. So somebody on my YouTube channel where the videos are, our dear son, Brennan, looks after all of that and uploads them every week, and it's a long process. So thank you, Brennan. But one of the comments on one of the videos, it just made me laugh, because you know how much I chit chat and talk and whatever. And one of the comments said, less talk, more action. Well, you're on the wrong channel. If you're going to be following me, we're going to be chatting, because really this environment is for us to have a visit, and visit includes conversation, and that's part of the identity of Tunes and Wooden Spoons. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was a comment today. Now, as you know, my nephew Aaron is going to be playing today, and he told me that he was in the race for something on CBC, songwriting, putting song. I'm not even sure. Isn't that awful? But so I put a post up and said, you know, anybody who wants to support Aaron, whatever, would you mind just having a look? Now, you are all grown-ups, and you all have your own mind, and you know if you want to vote or you don't want to vote. Personally, I'm not crazy about voting. I might vote once or twice when somebody puts something up, and then I forget. If you have to vote for 10 days, and I forget, and I feel bad, but you know what? That's what it's like. So anyway, I posted that because Aaron is up for that, and he's working hard on that, and works full-time, and has 4 kids, and he's doing music on the side, and there's a beautiful video that he's going to be in called Home of Our Hearts, Cape Breton, and that will be out on sometime in the fall or spring, that we can watch it in a national program where various artists are featured, and him being one. And, you know, I don't love Aaron any more than I love all my other nieces and nephews, but my brother, who died when he was 28, and Aaron, being the youngest of 3, was 1 year old, and he never knew his dad. And so I've got that extra soft spot for my brother MacDonald's children, and they can't do any wrong in my eyes. And so I posted that for Aaron, and if you want to vote, you vote, and if you don't want to vote, that's fine too. That's up to you, because when you follow or like Tunes and Wooden Spoons, you're getting a visit in my Cape Breton kitchen, and you're going to get lots of love from me and from my family, and Aaron is family. So I took the post down because I did respond, and then I did a little update, and then I decided to take it down. But I just wanted to address it because it was a public post. Darlene Embleton posted this. She said, "It's one thing to ask friends and family on social media to vote for your nephew, but to use your platform to ask your followers to vote for your nephew is just wrong. People should vote for the musician that they feel is the best to them." And I'm sorry if I offended anyone by putting that there, but you know what? This may not be the platform you follow. I'm putting that out there. It's up to you if you want to vote or whatever. And if you don't want to vote, I'm not going to know the difference. But I just want you to know that if you are following me on Tunes and Wooden Spoons, you're going to get a visit from me. You're going to get conversation from me. You're going to get family from me and all the love that happens in and around my house and in my family and my nieces. And that includes my nieces and nephews. And I want to support all of the musicians. And if it was another musician, even though he's not my nephew, I'm going to support him as well, or her. So just want to make that clear, and not asking you to vote. I'm telling you, that's what you're going to get on Tunes and Wooden Spoons, and that's who I am. And Tunes and Wooden Spoons is not going to be here forever. There's going to be an end date, and then there'll be something else that will entertain people. But for now, we're creating this space as a little visit, and with conversation and with music, and to support and promote Cape Breton and the artists, whether they're crafters or musicians or authors. You choose to buy or promote, that's up to you. So I hope you all understand where I'm coming from, and hope that all of that will be a wonderful thing for you to consider. There you go. So now we're going to go outside, and Aaron is probably walking around the property now, but I'm going to I'll open the door, and I'm going to be sitting in the chair next to the door, and he's over in the other corner off the deck, and I'll be able to hear the buzzer on the stove when it rings. So here you go. I also want to talk a little bit after about a wonderful experience I had this week with a group of students, but I'll get to that after. So here we go. See how much noise I'm going to make with this. Okay, here we go. We're going to find Aaron here. And so Aaron, I'm going to sit here, but how are you, darling? Can you see Aaron? There he is. Aaron, I'm going to drop down the legs of my tripod.
Is the cornbread cooking already?
The cornbread is cooking.
Baking, I guess.
Yeah, sorry people, it's just me.
Where's your grip? You need that, like, what do they call it? A key grip.
I need a key grip,
Right?
don't I?
Are we using the right terminology here?
It sounds good to me.
They get to see the nice view. I'll wave to them.
Are they seeing you,
You see
Aaron?
the flag. You see my hand. You see your yard.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Oh, good. It's a beautiful day. Oh, there I am. Hey, everybody. That's a nice one.
There now. Now I'll find Aaron here. There he is. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, ever so gently, I'm going to place this here, the transmitter or the receiver, whatever that is.
Foot too hard.
And don't tap your foot too hard. Actually, so here is my nephew Aaron again. He's joining us again, and he's going to sing you a lot of his own writings. He's a great songwriter, and I'll get him to take it away. When is your birthday, Aaron?
My birthday, Wednesday, the 19th. 45 years old on the 19th. 45.
19th?
Think
And
of
is
how
it-
old
is
Mary
it-
Janet is. Like, she was old when I was born.
And what was I when you were born? I was 25
Go on, be honest.
or 26. 25, I think I was when he was born. You were born in 1976, right?
Yes.
And yeah,
Yeah, my daughter Violet's is Monday.
Violet's is Monday.
Yeah.
Mary Sarah, my granddaughter's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You're Wednesday.
Yeah.
And Aiden is on Saturday, the 22nd.
It's a
So lots of
beautiful
great
May,
birthdays.
The best month.
The best month. And Brody and Tammy's birthdays this way. Okay, Aaron,
Excellent.
can you all see Aaron pretty good there? Okay, I'm going to sit in the corner here. I might get some tape, actually, and tape that on there.
Sure.
And you take it away.
Excellent. Hey guys, girls, folks, happy Sunday. It was supposed to rain a little today. It rained a little this morning, and it's absolutely gorgeous here now. Summer is coming. I can feel it. I was a little hoarse. I woke up a little hoarse yesterday. I haven't played a gig in a while. All of a sudden, I couldn't sing yesterday, and I'm here today, so I'm going to do some different tunes for you. Like MJ says, I got 4 kids at home, and they're getting older all the time, and I'm having to learn how to, you're trying to hold on to them because they're growing old. At the same time, you got to let them go so they can fly and spread their own wings and learn from their own mistakes. And that's kind of what this song's about. It's called Hanging On and Letting Go. I forgot the first line, MJ. I'm cheating. Look at that. Yeah, I did this one. Let me tell you a story, folks. I was young. I was at St. X. I was like 19 years old, and they used to have these shows at the Creamery. Remember those? MJ?
Yes, I do.
You must have performed at those.
Oh, yes, I did.
Right?
Yes.
And so life's been a real good lesson. I found the first line. And anyway, so I introduced this song, a Stan Rogers song. I was going to play a Stan Rogers song. I didn't have a lot of my own songs then. I was like 19. I'm at this show. There's like 200 to 300 people there, sitting audience, all quiet. And I announce I'm going to sing 45 Years by Stan Rogers. And I start playing it just like that there. And I go blank. And I'm sweating. And I can't think of the first line of the song to get it out. And I went blank, and it never came back. And I was up there, and I had to stop. And like everybody's looking at me like a deer in headlights, and just tell them I forgot the words. I'm gonna play a different song now. Oh God, that stuff used to bother me. It doesn't bother me. All right. Life's been a real good lesson on forgiving and forgetting about the things bringing me down. Anger doesn't help. It's only making noise. I'm surrounded by people that are strong as any steeple ought to keep my spirit in check. I'm hanging on, letting go. Well, as much as I've rambled and as much as I've gambled, I'm lucky to be here today. I'm living proof of highs and lows. But with the faith of the family and all of its insanity, it keeps my heart in check. I'm hanging on letting go. Some days I strike to find the groove or that little roll. Oh, looking back at the years, I never really had control. I'm getting, I'm learning these lessons, discovering there's more to know, not hanging on letting go. time is flowing like water, and no matter how I bother, if I lie and check all the misty lights, they already seem to know. And all this energy I'm spending, I know that's soon the end will help me find a way of hanging on letting go. Oh, some days I fight to find the groove or that little road. Oh, looking back at the years, I never really had control. Oh, but with the older I'm getting, I'm learning these lessons, discovering there's more to know about hanging on letting go. Yes, with the older I'm getting, I'm learning these lessons, discovering there's more to know about hanging on letting go.
Woohoo! That sounds
Did you hear that
wonderful.
one?
I did not hear that. That's a new one on me.
Yeah, it's new. It's newish. Yeah, I
Okay.
got so many new songs. The words are jumbling in my head for a lot of this stuff.
I swear, I don't know how you do it.
I
It's
don't know.
just-
Sometimes you just need the first couple of words of a song, and then you're off.
Yeah.
But sometimes you forget them. Are we cooking? Are we baking cornbread? How many songs do you need?
We are baking cornbread. There's probably about 20 minutes left.
20 minutes. Lots of songs.
Lots of songs in there. So, Aaron,
Yes.
I was explaining to the followers about your post for the
Yeah.
CBC. Can you-
CBC Searchlight 2021. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the followers, I guess I didn't say that before. I did take the post down because I
Yep.
wanted to address just a little something there.
Yep.
That I'm promoting my nephew on my Tunes and Wooden Spoons
Selfless
page.
promotion.
But you know what?
Yep.
That is fine. That is my page, and
Yes.
I will support Cape Breton artists,
Yep.
whether they're my family or not.
There's a
And
lot of good Cape Breton artists there, and East Coast artists going for this.
yeah.
I think they had. I think one of the emails I got before they did this was like I think they received over 2,500 songs for this contest, like for this
wow.
Across Canada.
Across Canada.
So yeah, they you can vote every day on kind of every device you have till the 20th of May. Then they choose. The voting will choose 50 songs, and there's a panel of judges that will choose the other 50
Okay.
to give you the top 100 across Canada. Then there'll be another round of voting after that, and they'll knock it down to the top 10. And then I think by the middle of June, the judges will decide the top song to win CBC Searchlight 2021. And basically what it is there's a lot of things. You'll get flown to Toronto. You get a weeks-long recording session in a state-of-the-art studio
Okay.
with a recording engineer, producers, 10-hour days in the studio. There's another package where you get to Calgary for some recording as well. They'll do a PR campaign behind distributing and getting your music out there. I mean, it's just like, for somebody like me who does all this on their own at home, and you're trying to learn how to do production and recording and video editing, like, it's one of these contests where they'll just kind of take you and just help you shape your idea, and you can record a full-length album with this kind
At the
of
end of the
this
day.
thing. Plus they give you like,
Wow.
I think it's like $3,000 worth of Yamaha instruments. They give you like some recording gear. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's a big deal for folks like in my situation and a lot of others. But any support you want to give, look at some of the other artists there too. I mean, you can vote every day, so vote most of your days for me, but maybe you want to vote one other day for somebody else. That's okay. I'll accept that. But no, it's a great thing for indie musicians. Like, we need more of those type of things to kind of help us get the word out.
Big time.
A lot of us just want, it's not about, for me at least, it's not about making money off of my songs anymore. Like, it's more about just trying to get as many people as possible to hear them. It's more about just letting people hear them than
Yeah.
I've never really made money off of selling music. Make money from playing music.
Playing music, and you
not
don't get a chance
selling.
to do that.
No, we
anymore.
don't get a chance to do that anymore. We get to sit on MJ's step.
Yes.
Anyways, any support at all, CBC Searchlight 2021, you can kind of Google that. you got to go in click the site, and then you got to search for me, Aaron MacDonald, 2 A's, Aaron. If you kind of go Aaron and Nova Scotia, I should kind of pop up there. But it's great. MJ is so kind. She's spreading the good word. Here's another new song, a couple of weeks old. I was thinking I had a friend going through kind of a tough time, and sometimes, not to say everything may be his fault, but sometimes when things are your fault, you don't see the blame on your own part, you know.
Yeah.
You end up thinking it's everybody else's fault. So I kind of wrote a song, in my mind, kind of funny, but it's like, this song is about the most stubborn man possible and what it would take for him to finally blame himself for what's going on. And it's called Blame Myself. When there's no dirt left on the back road, when there's no hurt left to quell, when there's no seeds found in my apple, then I guess it's finally time to blame myself. When there's no rock left to be mining, when there's no chimes left in the bell, when there's no babies left that are crying, then I guess it's finally time to blame myself. When there's no wind left for sailing, when there's no water left in the well, when there's no crimes left for jailing, then I guess it's finally time to blame myself. I've come this far avoiding what I know. Nothing left to hide in all this show. The rationale runs thick behind my eyes. The lies, I give it all as if it's some surprise. When there's nobody left beside me, when there's no people left to tell, when there's no guide me, and I guess it's finally time to blame myself. I guess it's finally time to blame myself. I might as well start blaming myself.
Good song.
I like that film.
Oh, I think there's lots of people in those situations,
Oh,
isn't there,
tell me
Aaron?
about it. Secretly, almost every song's about me and the trouble I get myself in, I think.
I think you have pretty good partner there in Melanie and great home.
Yes, I do have a pretty good partner. She puts up with a lot. This next song, I'll sing this song then, kind of in the same vein of sometimes you just end up saying things in the heat of the moment that you don't really mean, but are awfully mean, you know?
Yes.
And that's what this song is pretty much about. And I'm no different. I do it probably more often than anyone in my family.
I'm just going in to do something in the kitchen, but
Yes,
I'll be
double check the
listening.
cornbread. It's all
I'll be
good.
listening.
Thanks, MJ. This song's called Poison Arrows, and try not to throw too many poison arrows at people, especially my family members, you know. I have stumbled, I have fallen on a path all laid out in gold. Still I wonder how I blunder and almost lose all that I hold. And I've shot words like poison arrows, as if Mr. Tells I was sitting down the way. I have a tongue can be so shallow, Please know my heart doesn't mean the things I say. All this living I've been given, more than most could ask for in a life. It's a special someone to see past the lonesome message spoken in a fight. And I've shot words like poison arrows, if Mr. Tells apples sitting down the way. How the tongue can be so shallow. Please know my heart doesn't mean the things I say. Well, I've shot words like poison arrows, as if Mr. Tells apples sitting down the way. How the tongue can be so shallow. Please know my heart doesn't mean the things I say. Please know my heart doesn't mean the things I say.
Good stuff, Aaron.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's really nice.
I've written so many songs since COVID kind of hit. It's they've been coming so fast that I'm forgetting some of them. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I just kind of remembered that one again yesterday and today, and I was like, man, it's like I gotta do a better job of keeping track of all these tunes rattling in this old head of mine. I'm almost 45, for God's sake. I'm forgetting too much.
But you know, there's been a lot of good stuff has come out of COVID.
Oh,
really,
my God.
It's really put people, giving them a chance to
It's done two
be
things.
more creative.
Yeah, it's forced more creativity, and then at the same time, there's so many people home watching, streaming, scrolling, that like it gives them more opportunity to get that creativity out. You know, even for me, it kind of kicked me in high gear. I used to kind of record albums, 10, 15 years ago, and then I went almost a decade without really writing songs constantly, but never recording them or trying to put it out there, or just saying, I'll do it another day, and all of a sudden you're almost 45, and you realize, I gotta start letting people hear all these songs I got, for God's sake, so I just started throwing them out, and as you do that, it sparks more creativity, and more songs are coming, so it's like, it's just this wheel that's going, and it's just good to be in the little hamster trying to keep up, so that's the way I feel. I'm a hamster trying to keep up in my life.
On that wheel. You're on that wheel.
Oh, yes. Oh, my mercy, God. What are we going to do, MJ?
I don't know, Aaron. You just keep them coming. You've got them.
I know, I got them. Yep, we'll do it. Okay. I'm going to sing this song for you. I'm bad today. Huh?
It was all that lobster fishing you went out
the lobster
on
fishing
yesterday.
Yeah.
You went out on the water yesterday in that beautiful ocean and the beautiful day.
It was. You're going to see some stuff. We're working on some videos and some with a special friend, and it's going to be real nice. We got some real good footage. We went out on a lobster boat yesterday filming with my cousin Trevor, and what a day. It was pristine out there.
Yeah.
Flat cam, as they say.
Yes.
Wasn't a ripple on the water. Like, lobster fishing is one of my favorite things to do. It was wonderful.
Oh, yeah, that's great. That's great.
Okay, MJ, let's do something we know then. My daughter Lily's 16, folks. Wrote this for her when she was 10 months old. I may have played this on Tunes and Wings.
I don't know if you did. Lily Rain?
Lily Rain, Sweet Champagne. Under halo smiles come out, prayers of an angel shout out loud. They say, I love you. Glorious fingers and nifty toes, under spotlight, how she glows, but we say I love you. Miniature human being, miniature nature scene, you remind me of sweet champagne on a summer night under lily rain. Curious child, now grown-up girl, watchful eyes of a grown-up world. They'll say I love you. Cherish these days as they drive away. You're now licensed to live, permitted to play, but we say I love you. Picture of your mother's dream, your modern day teenage queen. You remind me of sweet champagne on a summer night under lily rain, under lily rain. Memorize the faces now as each one passes by, watching a flower grow through a father's eyes, father's eyes. Close those eyes and open the mind, wrinkled years of aged time. They say I love you. Prouder days cannot be found, strings of hearts are tied and bound. Well, we say I love you. Beautiful human being, marvelous nature's scene. You remind me of sweet champagne on a summer night under lily rain. Beautiful human being, you are the picture of your mother's dream. You remind me of sweet champagne on a summer night under lily rain, 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 under lily rain.
Awesome. Always
Folks,
awesome.
the smell of the cornbread is
Can you
literally
smell
like
it?
halfway through that song, just waft
Yeah,
of
I could
cornbread
smell it too.
just coming out into my face.
It
It
smells,
smells
good.
really good. And I don't know if I've actually eaten cornbread in my life,
Yeah.
but I'm going to eat whatever that smells like.
Yep.
telling you.
I'm just going to go in and set
Yeah,
the
go check.
tea.
One
And
more
there's
tune?
about 5 minutes. Yes.
5 minutes, okay.
Oh my God, we're going to hear a couple of more
Yes,
tunes.
yes,
for
no, I
sure.
thought of another song to sing
gonna
while
sing
you go, you do your thing, and I got a song to sing.
Yeah, there's 3 minutes left, Aaron.
3 minutes. I'm reaching back, having my coffee. Mary Janet's a big tea drinker, but, you know, tea's for old folks. Coffee's for us young folks. I'm not even included in the young folks anymore, you know? It's wonderful. Oh, that cornbread. Well, this is a song I wrote for my wife, and I sang it on our wedding day. It's called Kind Phenomena, and it's just about, you know, probably just trying to keep the people around you close to you, right? And when you kind of do those things that maybe bug them or make them upset. So it's like realizing that, hey, I was wrong that time, and I don't want you to go anywhere. Please stay. Basically, me just begging Melanie to take me as her husband. It's called Kind Phenomena. I learned another lesson from time. Watch the tone, prevent the crime. Keep the tempered flaws in line. Look what happened before. Sailing over brighter days, working on some better ways. Certain things I'd like to have stay around to keep me going. What a kind of phenomenon, what love can do. Take you through the darkest night, walk on through, leave you craving for more in those hungry times, to keep you alive. Letting go yesterday, pendulum started to sway, turning all my shades from gray to colors still unknown. Sailing over swelling tides, worries never cross my mind. For me, I seem to find comfort just to know what a kind of phenomenon, what love can do. Take you through the darkest night, walk on through, leave you craving for more in those hungry times, but keep you alive. Forget about our younger days, growing old deserves the praise, fermenting to the finest age we can. And if my mortal time is through, I'll stand by the gates and wait for you to start again in the afterlife of man. What a kind of phenomenon, what love can do. Take you through the darkest night, walk on through, leave you craving for more in those hungry times, but keep you alive, keep you alive, keep you alive, love will keep you alive. Oh, she keeps me alive, alive, alive. Oh, she keeps me alive, alive, alive. Oh, she keeps me alive, alive, alive.
There you go, Aaron.
Oh, my Lord.
There's my cornbread. Have a smell.
That smells good.
Here you go, people.
Wow.
Can you see that?
Oh, my God. It looks perfect.
It smells really good.
Oh, it smells really good.
Even though I'm not fussy about cornbread.
I don't know why.
Do you know
It
what?
smells great.
Cornbread, I'm sure it's only meant to be eaten the day it's made.
Yeah, leftovers.
So I have to confess something here. I made the cornbread on, I think it was Wednesday morning, and cooled it just in, for about 20 minutes. And Cecil and I each had a piece. I put butter and molasses on mine.
Get her going.
Get her going. and that was it. And then we just didn't feel like eating it after that. So Cecil, being Cecil, said, well, you're not going to eat the rest of this cornbread. This was maybe on Friday. And he said, well, how about I throw it out for the birds? I said, sure. So threw it out on the grass near where the birds seed. We have a whole bunch of bird houses there. And instead, out comes the squirrels, and they take the cornbread and they're carrying it all over the yard.
Oh, yeah,
Feasting on it. It was pretty funny, and I didn't get a picture.
She bakes for squirrels, folks. Like, you hear that here first. Baking for squirrels.
Okay, I'm going to bring this inside and let it just cool a little bit. So you keep up the entertainment,
No
and
will do.
I'll bring. Well, you're not having tea, are you?
I got my coffee.
You have your coffee.
Yeah.
I'll bring out my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And then I'll take the viewers inside for a last little bit of conversation and back out to you then for a last song.
Great.
How about that?
No problem. Howdy, folks. I can see it's a little bright to the screen, but wow, everybody's still there. Holly, I see you, Holly. How's it going? Bev Kennedy is watching. Oh, it's hard to believe I can read that. Thank God for these glasses. Tell Alan I'm eating the cornbread. All right, folks. I've got to sing something a little more upbeat. Every now and again, myself, I got to sing a song that kind of just makes me want to tap my toes and kind of move my body. Just kind of the way it goes for me sometimes, you know. This is an old song of mine. It's called Change is Calling. Papa, don't you think you can tell on me? No one finding out. But it took a bit of time. I think you'll see a change is calling me out. Oh, change is calling me out. Don't wanna have to look back someday to see all of the things that have slipped away. Stare straight ahead's the only way. I can see no doubt. Look behind and see the mistakes that change is calling me out. Oh, change is calling me out. All the things have slipped away. Looks like I'll be changing every day. Positive vibes all surrounding me. I carry around my cloud. It's the only way I can seem to breathe since this change is calling me out. Oh, change is calling me out. With all the things that have slipped away, makes me feel like I'm twice as old each day. Hey, 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 oh, change is calling me out. With all the things that have slipped away, looks like I'll be changing every day. Don't you think you can tell on me with no one finding out? When it took a bit of time, I think you'll see a change is calling me out. It's a change is calling me out. Our change is calling me out. I love that tune.
Yeah. And tell me the background of that tune.
That tune, you know, that tune was just about, I had the band at the time, we were touring a lot, had the band going, and it's like, I was going through this kind of little phase of where the band kind of wasn't working as much anymore, personalities were kind of clashing a little bit, and like, we kind of started fraying, and it was just one of those songs that came out. It's like, you know, we need to change, gotta do something different, look a little different, but I'm getting older and thinking it's too late. Oh my God, what's happening? The band is ending. Oh, my whole life I thought was ending, you know, and that was far from it. My life didn't even start, for God's sake, when that was happening. But that's kind of where it came from. It's just, I had a few songs in a row. Drizzle was an old song,
Oh,
you might
yes,
know. Like
absolutely.
that, there was a handful written. I tend to write in these little spurts and blasts of songs, you know. So when the band was kind of ending, I had a whole bunch of songs. John Prine's Advice, Drizzle, that
Yes.
song. They all just started coming out, you know. And like it's like this, like COVID hit. All of a sudden, I got 40 songs to kind of go through, you know. It's crazy.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for the reason, man.
Yep.
Like I want to thank everybody with the Tunes and Wooden Spoons crowd who have voted for going to get there on the East Coast Countdown, and My Soul and Me on the East Coast 30 Countdown, and then this CBC thing. I feel like I'm a politician looking for votes all the time. But I got another single that's going to be coming out on June 7th, and it's
That's the one.
that's the one. Yeah.
That's the one. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm asking all of you, when you hear this song, he wrote this song
13 years
13 years ago.
I recorded it. Yeah.
And I am serious. The words in that song are
Yeah.
so relevant to what our world is going through
I
today.
know. It's again forgetting songs, and I kind of found it and listened to it. I had it recorded and everything, like full band recording in the studio. And I at the time, I'll give you a little background. was commissioned by the United Way of Nova Scotia to
Right.
write a song.
Yes.
And so I wrote a theme song for them to use for their fundraising campaign for this year. It was like 13 years ago. So at the time, the song kind of came out, and there was a little media blitz, you know, but it never really got played on radio stations. It was never for sale. You couldn't buy it on a CD. You couldn't get it on Apple Music. Those things didn't exist. Spotify, all this crazy
Yes.
stuff, you know, YouTube, like none of it. So I wrote it, recorded it. United Way used it for their fundraising campaign. It was like in a couple of newspapers 13 years ago, and then it just kind of went away, and nobody ever really heard it. A handful of people heard it, but almost nobody has heard it, you know. And then I found it last week, and I was like, oh my God, I told Melanie, my wife, like, this song is about today.
Seriously.
And it's like you said, things happen for a reason, like, you know. And so now I'm working on a little kind of lyric video for it, and it's going to be out June 7th, third single for 2021, and then lots more coming after that too. So it's great.
It's a really good song.
Yeah, I'm
It's
excited for you guys to hear it.
Really good
It's
song.
it's
The
really
words are
Yeah.
just, it's a worldly song in this day for sure.
Yeah.
So Aaron, if you'd sing another song right now, and I'm going to go in and pour the tea, and I'm going to cut you a piece of cornbread. What do you want on it? Anything? Nothing.
Anything. I don't know.
Butter?
What are you doing?
Molasses?
Just give me a little dab of molasses with
Sure.
it. I'll go old school, like biscuits and molasses.
Yeah.
My kids can't figure out molasses. It's like they know syrup, but they don't know molasses.
Molasses. Oh,
And
well,
you're like,
it was such a standard in our home when I was young, and
I'll
even
throw
when
a
you
question
were young.
out to your viewers here. Who here, if they have no maple syrup, will put molasses on your pancakes? Right? Would you?
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what? Mama used to. She gave me a recipe for homemade syrup.
Yeah. Oh.
It was brown. It was brown sugar with cornstarch in it, and you mix that up, and then you put it in a pot, and you put water in it, and you let it come to a boil until all the sugar had melted,
Sounds
and
very
then you
technical.
put vanilla in it, and it was a little bit thick, and that's what she used for pancake syrup.
Wow.
And it was just a made-up thing.
Yeah.
But we never did have molasses on our pancakes.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
what I in a pinch. That's how I grew up. In a
Yeah.
pinch, if you had no syrup, throw molasses on. My kids think I'm an alien. Like, you know, the kids can't figure it out.
Well, our people used molasses when sugar was
Yes.
in hard, you know, the supply wasn't there, and molasses became the sweetener for so many recipes that they had. Anyway, I'm
Okay.
going to go in, I'm going to pour my tea, I'm going to bring you, after the song, I'll bring you a plate out, and then I'm going to take the viewers inside while you're having your cornbread.
You don't want to see me eat. I get too much in my beard.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to keep it a little upbeat for you. This is a song I haven't got to record yet that I really want to record, but I kind of want to get that. I want to have a band with me, and it's with the lockdowns, it's been hard to kind of get people together to record. It's kind of, you're doing it and you're sending tracks here and you're sending a piece there to a drummer or a guitar player, but I feel like this song needs everybody in the room together to get the right mojo behind it. But it's just called I Could Use a Little Rain on Me, you know. Nobody's perfect. Every now and again we need a little rain to wash those kind of sins away. Well, we all got dirty, we all did a little bit of sinning. Oh, and I ain't saying I ain't got a little grime on me. This life of music, rock and roll, has its some scars upon my soul. Lord knows I could use a little rain on me. Oh, rubber and roll, just to do a little bit of singing. Our coffee and toast, just to take the edge off the stick. It's a fine line between this hick and this hippie, but I do my thing from the country to the city. Lord knows I could use a little rain on me. Oh, wash these hands, they've held on to things too long. Oh, rinse these eyes of some of the things they've seen. Well, it can get quite dry riding this high. So much fun, but not much time. Lord knows I could use a little rain on me.
wash these hands that held on to things too long. Oh, rinse these eyes of some of the things they've seen. Well, they can get quite dry riding this high. So much fun, but not much time. Lord knows I could use a little rain on me. Oh, rubber and roll just to do a little bit of singing. Coffee and toast just to take the edge off the sting. It's a fine line between this hick and this hippie, but I do my thing like a whaler and a willow. Lord knows I could use a little rain on me. Oh, Lord knows I could use a little rain on me.
Awesome, Aaron.
Not too bad, oh, the cornbread's coming. Here comes
Cornbread's
your cornbread.
And Johnny cake.
Ooh.
There you go. How's that look?
It looks awesome. This is the bonus of playing at Tunes and Wooden Spoons.
Now you have to have a bite. You have to do the taste test.
Oh, listen, no problem. Got a little dab will do you? Oh, that's good.
There now.
Very good.
I'm going to take you in. Aaron is going to be playing his guitar. I'm going to try to take this in without
Navigate.
killing my tripod.
Heads up, folks. Little earthquake.
There we go, people. Hi. Oh. Okay.
Folks,
So,
cornbread before, but this is awesome.
this is it.
Now, I don't know if we're cheating with a little molasses on the side, but hey, I'll take it.
I'm going to put this down a little bit so we can get closer to you. Okay. Hi, everybody. Wasn't that great? Now I got to put my glasses on. Do you see? You like it? Aaron, there's a bunch more here. I'm going to show it to everybody. There's our cornbread. And it's just got nice color on the edge and the bottom. You can see that. It smells really good. And I put some molasses on mine. And I'm ready here to take my bite. It really does taste good. It really does. Fresh, it tastes good. I'm excited about my new cup. Do you like that? See that? It says, love you. And the little partner cup says, love you more. I got it at my local hardware store.
Oh, yeah.
So there now. Hi, everybody. And it is great to serve with chili. That's what I've been told. And I like it with homemade beans. Actually, we had some homemade beans this week and I had it with that too. Tracy McGuire, hello, darling. So this past week, I had an awesome opportunity to bake with the special education class over in Richmond County. I know one of the moms was Lois Landry, and she's, I'm just so crooked here. Hold on a second. I don't know what I'm doing here. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's okay. It'll do for today. But I cooked chocolate chip cookies, chocolate chip jumbles, the second recipe on my website that we made, the second show of Tunes and Wooden Spoons. So there were, I think, 8 students who joined us from Richmond County, and they made, they're all online learning now, and so they made the chocolate chip cookies with their moms while I was on this end stirring and making the cookies as well. So hi to all you wonderful young boys and girls from Richmond County who were in that special education class. It was just wonderful to be with you all. And I'm getting the same opportunity this coming Tuesday at Dalbury Academy in Mabu, and I'm going to be making pizza with some of the students. So that's going to be a real treat as well. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is that I forgot to mention last week, but what we're making next Sunday. So next Sunday, we're going to be making muffins. We're going to be making orange cranberry muffins. And what you'll need, of course, you're going to need oranges and the rest of the ingredients that you have in the house. But the cranberries are going to be frozen cranberries, and we're going to be cutting them frozen to put in the muffins. And they're a great recipe made. The recipe was given to me by Pauline Campbell from Juddick, a great cook and a great baker and a great caterer. And so I'm really, really happy to have those muffins. They are really delicious. So people, I think that's just about it today. And we're going to go out to Aaron. Just from here in the kitchen, I'm going to point out to the deck and listen to Aaron sing another song, and then we'll close it off, and I'll be back with you after the next song. Okay, here you go. All right, Aaron, you can take it away.
Thanks, MJ. This is the first song I posted when COVID hit. The first one I wrote and posted and kind of kickstarted all these new tunes. Here we go. It's called This Time. Hang tight, little girl, that was left in this world. I'll share my cup with yours this time. Hang tight, little man, whatever may be in God's plan, I will do all that I can this time. This time, this year, oh, I can't be alone in this fear. I will do all right here this time. Our kids, our wives, oh, our mothers, our fathers, our lives. Change, oh, there's no one to blame. Only a fresh start remains. This time, this year, oh, and all of our loved ones are near. Reevaluate what's dear. This time, our souls, our minds are purposely being blind.
So that's it, folks. This is it for another week. I'll see you next Sunday. And remember, you matter to me more than you know. And know that I love you. Love one another. Bye-bye.
Hey, hi, it's me, Charlie. If you like Grandma's videos, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. Give it a like and subscribe.